Yeah, we're back.
That felt awkward, but yeah.
Well, you know what also feels awkward?
What?
Raw on fucking Netflix.
It do. That's true.
I hated the show. I actually hated it.
Really?
Yeah, I hated it because it just felt everything about it felt wrong. And it just like it just wasn't it for me. It just was everything about it just felt wrong. It just felt wrong. It didn't feel like a show that I'm like, oh yeah, this is great. Yeah, it's great that they're on Netflix. Everything else about the show just felt wrong. Like everything else about the show just felt wrong. It's like it felt like a big fucking commercial for, hey guys, we're on Netflix. This is a commercial for WWE Raw on Netflix. Hey guys, hey, thumbs up, cheese. That's what it felt like to me. It didn't even feel like a real fucking show. It was just the most annoying shit. It was like everything from the beginning to the end just felt like shit. It just felt like shit. The matches were good. Everything else felt like complete shit. It just was like, what is this? Like, it didn't make no fucking sense. It just felt, I just hated everything about it. Like, for me, it just fucking irritated the shit out of me. Like, I just didn't like it at all.
Yeah. Me personally, I liked it. Like it was only one thing there that was really glaring and kind of weird, which when we get into it, like you discussed like how weird it was. Other than that, everything else was fine to me. I do, however, even though it didn't annoy me as bad, I do see it being a big commercial though, now that you point out.
And another thing about Netflix that I found out because we watched it together in two different places. Some people have commercials, some people do have commercials.
Yep.
And the crazy part about it is it has nothing to do with your plan. Like it has nothing to do with your plan. You can have the highest tier plan altogether. Some people get commercials, some don't. And this shit was like really fucking weird because I'm getting commercials, Renegade's not getting any commercials.
At all.
And I thought like, okay, maybe it's just he has a different tier to me, but I have a high tier, so I'm like, well, that shouldn't be. So then I heard Brian Alvarez, like they covered the whole Raw on Netflix, and everybody started yelling at him, going, "Hey, you guys missed this, this, and this, and this, and this," and it happened through the commercial breaks, and they're like, "Wait a minute, I didn't see any of that." And they were asking the people, "Where did you see this?" And they're like, "Oh, I'm from like Wisconsin. I'm from over here in California." And like some people get commercials, some don't, and it's very weird. Like I know all the international markets, they don't have commercials. They don't see not one fucking commercial. Most of the American audience, they see commercials, but some people don't. So it's very weird. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
And me and you are just around the same area, so it makes it even weirder that I did not get any commercials.
Yeah, like none. And it was weird because like I saw other people saying that they didn't get commercials either. And it's like they're in America. And it's like, okay, that's weird. But everybody else is like, no, we get commercials. And it was like clearly stated that like, oh, Americans, you get the commercials. Everybody else outside of America don't get commercials, but people inside of America wasn't getting commercials. I'm like, oh, it's weird,
Yeah.
but it is what it is. So the show starts off with this big ass project of how Triple H created WWE and made it the thing that it was. And it was a big art piece. And he came out and said that WWE's now on Netflix, blah, blah, blah. I I swear to God, like it was at this point that I felt like, was I in a coma or something? Like, did I miss something? Like, the fuck happened? He talked about it like I created this, I made this thing. I'm like, what? It was weird. It was
I mean,
weird.
they can't mention the other guy though. So to be fair,
I listen. I understand you can't mention the other guy, but you could just say WWE was a thing. But like he was kind of taking ownership over it. Like, no, I did this. Like,
yeah,
yeah, but like he didn't do this. Like he just showed up while it was already being created. But all right, whatever. Like, and that it was at that point that I was like, yeah, maybe I do have a concussion because the next thing that happened that was pure concussion. I swear to God, it was a concussion. Because what the fuck? Like, The Rock comes out. The Rock comes out, and The Rock's like, hey guys, this is great. Yee-hoo! Like, okay, all right, whatever.
that's where my concussion came in.
And then he goes like, he looks at Cody and goes, I want to thank Cody Rhodes. He's great. I want to give him a shout out. I'm just like, what? Like, aren't you beefing with Cody? Like, what is happening? Like, it was so random. Then he just started giving shout outs to the Netflix people and telling people that this is great. And this was the thing about it, this wasn't The Rock. This was corporate Dwayne Johnson dressed up as The Rock. That's what this was.
Yeah,
Like, I see this, I was like, what the fuck is going on? It was just so weird. It was weird. It was weird as fuck. So then they went into tribal combat, which would have been great. Which would have been great. Here's the thing that would have been great. On my side, it wasn't as great as it was on your side because you got a whole breakdown of tribal combat and what this means and the Ulafala means. On
yep.
your side, I didn't get that. So I was out of the loop.
They mentioned this person like being the tribal chief, that person, and like they showed a bunch of people who's had it before.
And it was very weird. It's like I didn't get to see that, so I'm out of the loop. If I wasn't talking to you, I would not know anything about it. But it's this is Netflix. This is how it's going to be.
Yeah.
So then we had the match, tribal combat, Roman versus Solo. Everybody gets involved. The match was going. The one person that got involved that took me out was like Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens showed up. Like the fuck? And I know it's like people are probably yelling, that wasn't so weird. No, it wasn't weird at all. It just was I didn't expect Kevin Owens to show up.
Yeah,
So Kevin Owens showed up. Then Cody showed up, which was really fucking weird because Cody was sitting in the front row, but Cody came from the back. They played his music. He came in and ran off Kevin Owens. Like, oh, okay, cool.
it was the Jeff Hardy slash Vampiro thing. Play my music. Play my music.
Yeah. So Roman won cleanly. He beats Solo. One, two, three. It's over. So I'm thinking, okay, here comes the swerve. Paul Heyman's going to swerve him. He's going to give him the Ula Fala. It's a swerve, bro. It's going to be a swerve. Then The Rock comes out. I'm like, up, here it goes. He's going to give it to The Rock. No, Paul Heyman just gives the Ula Fala to The Rock. The Rock puts it on Roman's head, shakes Roman's hand, gives him a hug, raises his hand. And I'm like, what? Then they hold the ropes open for Roman to leave, both Rock and Paul Heyman. And I'm like, what? Like, what? Like, this, what?
In your
Like,
words.
why?
The fuck?
It was so fucking confusing. It's like, The Rock just killed a year of storylines in a matter of 40 minutes. And it's like, the fuck is going on here? I was just so baffled. I was fucking baffled. I was just baffled. So that was that. So they had alluded to earlier in the night that they wouldn't have the Rey Mysterio versus New Day tag match. They had said that on the internet that that's not happening. So they shot an angle on Netflix on the side that didn't have commercials, and they said basically Rey Mysterio and the New Day aren't having a match. So for people who were watching the commercial side, they just thought, oh, they dropped the whole thing. They didn't even say anything about it. They never explained it, but they did mention it.
At least. Yeah.
See, this Netflix thing is going to confuse a lot of people, and it's going to make everything feel disjointed because they don't know who's getting commercials and who's not getting commercials. So when they're doing stuff for the people who don't get commercials, the people who are getting commercials are going to be left out of the loop. They're going to be like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. And like they even have to start putting this stuff on Twitter or YouTube or something because people are going to keep getting left out of the loop when they're going to commercials, but everybody else is watching you do a story segment and it's lost. And it's like, okay, like people wouldn't know.
I thought that they would put the New Day thing on YouTube at the very least, but they didn't.
They didn't, but like they just act like it was on Raw and be like, no, it's on Raw. Like you guys should have seen it. It's like, well, we get commercials, we didn't see it. It's like so much stuff that was going on. Like there's a segment that happens later on, and it's like that was like that plays into something next week or later on down the line, and it's like that was during a commercial segment. It's like the fuck,
Yeah.
but it's weird. So then we had John Cena come out. Cena comes out, and this is he does the John Cena thing where he's like, yeah, he's like, he's like everybody wants me to win a title. I don't know about that. Like, there's not a way for me to do this. Like, it's not like I could win the Royal Rumble or the Elimination Chamber to get a shot at the title. Wait a minute, I can do one of those things. And it's like, yes, you can do those. Like, it's not like I hate when he does that. Like, he goes in there and he says something and acts like I have no fucking clue what I'm doing. And then it's like, oh, wait a minute, that thing that I just said is not true, is not true. And it's like, what? Like, it's you make no sense. I hate when he does that. It's like he tries to act stupid on purpose, and then like he gets the crowd hyped because they're like, "Yeah, you can do that." It's like he knows you can do that. We know he can do that. Why are you pretending you can't do that?
Because apparently it works and pops the crowd.
It is like the dumbest shit. Like even when he was fighting Undertaker, it was like the dumbest fucking shit. I fucking hate that. I hate when he does that because it's like, John, we fucking know what you're doing. It's like I have no idea what's going on. It's like, God damn it. So I want your thoughts. I want your thoughts on: do you think John Cena will get the 17th title at WrestleMania this year? And who do you think he's going to face?
Uh, First thing first, I think he's facing Gunther. I don't think he's winning the Royal Rumble though. He's gonna get there somehow, but it's not gonna be in the Rumble. I'm okay with it. That would be an awesome match. Will he win it? That I'm sketchy on though. Probably so.
So, so to me, I don't think he's going to go to WrestleMania and win the title. I think he's going to WrestleMania for the title. Winning the title? No, not at all. Because I have a weird feeling they're gonna make him face Cody. He's gonna face Cody, and it's gonna be this big thing where everybody's gonna be like, "Oh my God, it's him versus Cody. It's this big match," but he's going to lose to Cody, and that's perfectly fine. I'm
Yeah.
okay with that because like that makes Cody be a bigger deal. he's getting the passing of the torch, but it's like I don't want to see John just immediately go in there and win the title. I want him to win the title later on down the line throughout the rest of the year because it's going to be like it's going to start coming closer, and he's going to be like, I have this little bit of time. I really want to do this one thing, and it doesn't look like it's going to happen. And then, like some miracle, some way, the person who's the champion at the time gives him a title shot. He wins, and he becomes a champion later on down the line. Right now, it's just going to be like he's going to get close, fail, and then like it's not going to happen because other stuff's going to happen. Then eventually he gets to the title.
Okay.
So
That actually
yeah,
makes a
that's
lot
what
more
I
sense.
yeah that's what I want for him, and that's what he should have. So then around this time, we go to our 1900 pan to the crowd. Hey, there's a celebrity. Hey, there goes wrestlers that we have. Hey, this is this person we know. Hey, look, it's this guy. Hey, remember that show? This guy's from that show. Hey, these are Netflix executives. Hey, this is that really famous comedian that you guys know. And it's like, okay, we get it. We get it. You keep pandering to these people. We get it. We get it. We fucking get it. No, no, no. We have to keep going. Okay.
That didn't
So,
bother me so much, except for the fact, like for example, and I don't know if it was exactly this order, so excuse me, right? So, correct me if I'm wrong. They had Rey Mysterio, the War Raiders, and I think LA Knight in one side, right?
mhm,
So they went Rey Mysterio, and I'm just gonna like throw a random celebrity because I can't remember who came to Rey. They went to Fluffy, Gabriel, whatever, and
mhm.
then they go back to the War Raiders, and then they jump to another celebrity, and then they go back to LA Knight. The three of them was sitting right next to each other. Why you had to jump like that? You could have did all three back to back to back, and like that kind of bothered my OCD. Other than
They,
that, like whatever, you're trying really hard to make this a big thing. So
dude, they did that all night with every wrestler. Like Bianca, Naomi, and X Pac were sitting right next to each other. They
yep.
did, hey, this is Bianca. Hey, this is this famous person. Hey, this is Naomi. This is this famous person. And I'm just like, X Pac is right there. Then they finally go, hey guys, this is X Pac. And it's like, they're all sitting right there. It'll be easier just like they're all three right together. Hey guys, it's these three people. All right, move on. It's like the fuck is going on? It like I said, that's why this whole show was irritating the fuck out. Cause it's shit like this. And it was like stuff like this in between matches that were so fucking long. It wasn't like they went to commercial. It was like, we're going to show you all of the famous people are here. We're going to show you this. Then we're going to get back to this. Okay. So then the next match they had was Rhea versus Liv. This was a last woman standing. They literally said it at the press conference. Hey, this is last woman standing. Then they get to the match and they change it, and it's like, this is just a regular match. I was like, okay, all
That
right,
was dumb
I
to me.
guess.
Like it's supposed to be the end of their feud, and you end it with like a regular match. What the hell?
So one thing that like I did see is a reason that they did this was because we just had tribal combat, so we don't want to do this right after tribal combat. And it's like, yeah, well, you knew what tribal combat was. You should have booked it better instead of just like doing this. So it is what it is.
I get it, but yeah, whatever.
So Rhea beats Liv. Then after the match, Dominic tries to come in and tries to hug Rhea. It's like, hey, let me hug you. And Rhea gives him the riptide. The crowd pops. Then Rhea leaves. And as she's leaving, Taker pulls up. And Taker pulls up on a bike, basically passes the torch and say, you're the new cool guy. You run the yard. And then he left. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. All right.
I didn't care for this.
I mean, I didn't. It didn't make it. To be honest, it didn't make any fucking sense. even when people explained it, it didn't make any fucking sense to me. I was like, all right, it don't make no fucking sense to me, but whatever.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah, I guess that's what the fuck happened, but yeah, I don't know. Didn't make any
I
fucking sense to me.
I was cool with the match. I'd rather it be last woman standing. I was cool with the outcome. I was cool with Dom getting fucked up. The Taker thing wasn't needed.
Yeah, it wasn't at all. It just was. It just was there. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, cool. All right, moving on. Then we go back to the crowd, do stuff for the crowd, more crowd stuff. Then we had Travis Scott come out. Travis Scott came out and he was smoking weed and he did a big entrance with Jay Uso. Once again, this is where I get fucked because the commercials were on during this entrance. For you, the commercials wasn't on.
I
And
didn't
you
like
got
it.
to see this cool ass entrance that they did.
I like it.
Oh, it was great. I saw it afterwards. It was great. So yeah,
Like
that was
like Travis Scott is great and I just rather like he like sang a song or whatever while coming out with Jay. You know? Like he just came out with him.
yeah, but the entrance was cool though. It was like really fucking cool.
Yeah.
And Jay was wrestling Drew. Drew fucked him up a lot, and at the end he barely could stand. And Drew went for the Claymore kick. He missed it, and Jay rolled him up 1, 2, 3. Jay beats Drew. So that's the end of Drew on Raw, possibly.
Yeah.
So that's it. And Drew was over. Like, okay, that's it. Then we go back to the crowd. Then we go back to the crowd. Then we go to a backstage thing. This was on the television that Chad Gable said he wants to wrestle the best luchador. And because they scrapped the tag match, Penta didn't debut, but Penta debuts next week against Chad Gable.
Oh
So
well.
yeah.
It'll be
So
an awesome match.
Bailey was backstage and Bailey was talking to Adam Pearce, so Bailey looks like she should be going to Raw, and that's going to be a thing. And then on your side, we had the Final Testament in Miz cutting a promo for something that Miz is supposed to do next week. I
Like they like I don't know if I misunderstood, but it wasn't clear. Like, because Miz wants out of this fucking feud. He wants nothing to do with the White Six. So he told him, I'm out. He told Karrion Cross, I'm out. But like again, Karrion Cross fooled him back into it. So I guess they didn't say what it was, but I guess it's a multi-person tag match or something.
I guess so.
Yeah,
I guess so. It's like I said, it's weird that half the people get it, the other half don't get it, and they're still doing storyline where people can't see it. So it fucks up the people who have no idea what's going on.
exactly.
So then we get to the main event. Seth Rollins comes out. He gets in the ring. Then Punk comes out with the same exact jacket from All In, where he choked out Jack Perry. Same jacket. Not even joking. Same jacket. And then they have a match. This match was good, and Punk ended it the same exact way that he ended the match with John Moxley. When John Moxley fell on top of Punk, he picked him up for the GTS. 1, 2, 3. He pinned Seth Rollins. So that looks like it's over for now. For now.
Yeah, for now.
And then after the match and after the show, they interviewed him and Punk just like shout out Chris Bay. And it was like, that popped me because this was on WWE television that he's shouting out Chris Bay. I was like, that was awesome. Like
Yeah,
like Punk can be a really good guy, at times, and then other times he could be a dickbag. But he could be a really good guy sometimes.
You just gotta catch him on the right time.
Yes, but this show was just it just was weird, man. It just felt weird. It felt weird. I'm really hoping next week. I'm really hoping next week goes back to okay, we're gonna do a normal Raw, and we're not gonna have all of this filler where you guys are gonna say, "Hey, this celebrity's here, this celebrity's here, this celebrity's here." Hey, 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 and we can just get back to normal.
Yeah, I agree on that. And also the Rock thing kind of like took me out of it a little bit. Other than that, everything else was fine. The celebrities and the Rock. So hopefully we don't have that next week.
Yes, but one thing I did see, and this
Mhm.
was fucking me up, and I know this probably won't happen next week because the show was like not completely what everybody wanted. I saw people that I'm just like, I have no idea that you people are wrestling fans. I saw so many people tweeting about and they like Raw Netflix. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I just kept seeing people like people from like my everyday life and like people from other things that I watch. They're just tweeting about Raw Netflix. I'm like, why the fuck are you watching Raw Netflix? Not in a bad way, but like, what the fuck is going on? And it's just like it fucked me up a little bit. It really did.
I actually had three people text me while like I was with you watching it, asking, "Oh, does the Rock still wrestle?" and stuff like, wait, you're watching it?
Yeah, because like it was really weird that like a lot of people tuned into this thing because it was like, hey, this is cool, and it's like, when did that happen? Like I just like I'm just so used to just like wrestling fans that are just like wrestling fans, like, hey, this is a thing, but it's like all of these other random people are like, no, I want to watch what this is. This seems cool. It's like, what?
Yeah,
Like so I'm gonna be honest. I don't think that they're gonna come back next week. I think this was it for them. They saw this and it was over because it didn't feel like what they wanted to see. So I feel like a lot of people are gonna be like, yeah, you know what? This isn't for me. I'm not coming back, but it was cool to see that one time.
we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. But like I just have no faith that these people next week I'm gonna see those same people talking about wrestling or either hit me up going, oh yeah, that like this is great. Like I don't see that. Like I don't see it. I hope, but I don't see it.
I think you're right.
So that was the weird ass Raw on Netflix. So then we go to NXT. And this show was a lot better. And they sent Corey Graves to NXT. So he's now an announcer on NXT.
Is this the first time NXT had a three-man commentating table?
I don't think so. I think this is not the first time. They've had it before.
Oh,
But Corey is now back there. He's not on Raw or SmackDown. So for the time being, because I know as soon as Pat McAfee leaves to go do something else, Corey will be back on Raw.
yeah, definitely.
So The Rock shows up on NXT, and that's the thing. And everybody's like, "Ooh, The Rock's here!" And the show kicks off with a title match. I forgot that this was New Year's Evil until they said this was New Year's Evil.
It didn't feel special. Like it didn't have like a special stage or something, you know?
It did have a special stage because they were out, so they have this special version of the stage. So it was different. And the first match was Julia versus Roxanne, and they did the thing. They did the thing. Finally, Julia is the new champion.
Yep.
How do you feel about Julia being the new champ?
I'm happy about that shit. Like it's a win-win because now Roxanne goes to the main roster after this, and like yeah, Julia gets to have her legacy in NXT. So
Yeah,
yeah,
and like the match was actually really good. Like
it was awesome.
I know that I said actually really good, but like it was bad, but like it was good because it was good.
Yeah.
So then we go back in the back, and Eddie Thorpe is attacked, and he's on the ground, and Ava walks up, and Ava goes, "All right, we know what you do. Like, stop playing. Like, stop fucking around." And the fucking dude is like, "I think Eddie's really hurt." She's like, "No, he's playing. I know that he's faking." And me and you and everybody else that watched wrestling said exactly all at the same time. We said, The Rock attacked Eddie.
Yep.
Like we said that. We found out who attacked Eddie later on, but we all said at the same time, The Rock attacked Eddie.
It made sense.
It made perfect sense. So then we get this Javon Evans thing. Javon Evans, jaw wired shut. He said he's gonna make Ethan Page feel pain. He's gonna make him feel pain.
It's gonna make him feel pain.
Just like that. He did it just like that. So I'm wondering when he's gonna get the braces off and he's gonna be able to wrestle.
Sooner than you think since it's wrestling, you know what I mean? Like I feel like this is the first time they did the wired like shut mouth thing. So like it should be like no time.
I think they did it before, but it wasn't like this impactful. But I think they did it before, and like the person came back in like 3 weeks, and it was just like that's weird. That's not how this works.
Expect Javon back around that time.
Yeah. So then we had the four way for the number one contender for the North American Women's Championship with Cora, Kalani, Lola, and Stephanie Vaquer.
Yeah.
And Stephanie won, so now she's number one contender for the North American Championship. And we'll talk about that later. So then we see the unholy union. They're talking to Ava, and they come in, and Ava's like, "All right, cool. Next week you'll take on Lash and Jakara, and the winners will be number one contenders for the Women's Tag Team Championship." It's like, okay, cool. That's dope. So
Yep.
then Obafemi comes in, and Ava's like, "Listen, Eddie Thorpe is pretending to be hurt because he's acting like somebody attacked him." Obafemi goes, "I did it." She's like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, I did it. He hit me with the belt. I attacked him. I was the one who hurt him. I did it." And Ava goes, "Oh, well, Eddie's still in the match anyway." He's like, "I don't care. I'm winning the title." And he walks off. Like, that was the coldest shit ever. He just walks in and was like, "I did it." And she's like, "Wait, no." And he's like, "No, no, I did it. He hit me. I did it." That was,
Like on a logic level though, right?
yeah.
Shouldn't had Oba got in some sort of trouble though for that? Like I'm glad he didn't, but logically, shouldn't he have like at least yelled at?
You know, the bad part is like because Eddie fucked with her so much, she doesn't give a fuck. That's why she's not yelling and she's not like super bad. That's the only reason.
Okay.
So, other than that, that's the only reason. So, then we get an OTM promo. And OTM is talking about they're going to take on Fraxium next week for the tag titles and they're going to win. So, then we had the Fatal Influence versus the Powerpuff Girls. So, this whole match was dope. And Shotzi pins Fallon Henley.
Yeah.
And this plays into something later, and I have a small rant about that because it plays into something later. But I have a small rant about that. So also, Triple H and Nick Khan were in the audience. So we go back to the back, and Ava's talking to Ethan Page, and they're having a conversation. Ethan Page is getting a little angry, and all of a sudden, The Rock shows up, and The Rock has an interaction with Ethan Page, and I would normally just be like, okay, this is cool, but this is fucking awesome. And it's not just awesome because The Rock showed up. It's awesome because Ethan Page deserves this. They
Yeah.
gave him a moment with The Rock. They didn't just go, oh, like The Rock's gonna say something stupid to you. They had a full conversation on television. The Rock praised him and said, "You should be going to the main roster soon." This is like this was so dope for him because every one of his friends, everyone that's been on the indies with him, literally tweeted about how happy and excited they was that Ethan Page had this interaction with The Rock. And it was like that that was a big thing. That was huge.
Yeah. I'm actually really happy for him just to have that moment. Like no
Yeah,
matter what
it's
he does
like,
after this, at least he had this moment.
oh, he's going to the main roster soon,
Oh,
sooner
oh
than
yeah.
dude.
Yep.
And this was so good because it just made him as a person to like the whole wrestling world was like, yeah, you see what he was doing the last time you seen him in AEW. This is the person he should be, and it's like, oh, okay, got it,
I hate him. I don't remember the last thing he did in AEW.
exactly. So The Rock smacked him on his ass and told him to go, and he said that Ava's the final boss. Then The Rock asked Ava, I don't know what to say to the NXT crowd. I'm lost for words. And it's like, what? You're The Rock. What are you talking about? You should always know what to say to the crowd. Yeah, I have no idea what to say. And then Ava said, you know what? You should go out there and you feel it. And then you figure out what to say. And it's like, how are you giving advice to The Rock?
I have a weird feeling 'cause, like I thought this as soon as I watched it. They had this exact moment, but
Mm-hmm.
when she started, and like they just reversed the thing, whatever. You know what I mean? They just wanted to put that moment on television. But like that was him talking to her when she started. Like, oh, I don't know what to say and whatever. You know, because like she's a great talker.
She's
Just
not
like him.
she's not on his level of talking, but she is a
Oh
good talker.
no. Oh no. Of course not. Not too many people could say they're up there with The Rock. But not even his daughter. So but she is good. So
Yeah, it just felt weird to me like The Rock was coming to Ava for advice. And they're like,
yeah.
it's nothing wrong with Ava, but it's like, you're The Rock and you're coming to your daughter for advice. It's like, no, you'll just figure it out.
Did you notice they never said it was his daughter though? Just putting it out there, so that might not be canon.
I mean, it was alluded to. It was
Yeah,
alluded to.
because it's the same thing with
But
Santino.
but it was like it was okay.
Yeah.
So Charlie Dempsey beats no, Charlie Dempsey loses to Lexus King.
Yep.
And Lexus King is now the Heritage Cup champion. So then we have this thing. And we have Stephanie Vicaire. She's in the back. And Fallon Henley walks up and Ava says, you know what? You're going to be number one contender for the championship. And Fallon's like, all right, I'm going to beat you, Stephanie. But then all of a sudden, Shotzi walks up and was like, I just pinned her, so I should be number one contender. And then Ava goes, you know what? You're right. Next week, you two are going to have a match, and the winner's going to be number one contender. What?
I mean, At the very least, it should have been a three-way because Shotzi does have a point.
Dude.
Hmm?
If that's the thing, someone should have a real point because they pinned the champion. Why the fuck? Why the fuck did Stephanie Becerra not get a NXT Women's Championship when she pinned Roxanne 1, 2, 3 in a tag match? Why did she not get her world title match if this is a thing?
That is true. That is true. Like you're not wrong.
So like this didn't make no fucking sense to me. Like, what was the point of this? It made no fucking sense. It just was weird as fuck. And it's like, all right, whatever. Like, I understand you're trying to hold off Stephanie winning the title for like a few weeks. You could have just saved this for a pay-per-view. It you didn't have to do this. You didn't have to do this. It
But
was weird.
notice, Julia's a champion now, and like Stephanie well on her way of becoming champion. So it's a thing.
Yeah. And also Stephanie's very short.
Yeah. How about that?
And there's nothing wrong with that. It's adorable. She's short. So then we go to the main event. And I lied to you not, I did not see this ending coming the way that this ending came because Eddie Thorpe showed back up with a chair. He tried to hit Trick. It didn't work. And then he fucking brings out the chair at the very end. Trick goes for the trick shot, fucks Eddie Thorpe up, and fucks his knee up on a chair. Obafemi power bombs him. 1, 2, 3. Obafemi wins and is now the new NXT champion.
I did not expect them to win that way.
I
I,
did
I thought
not
it.
either.
I thought he was gonna win, but not like that.
Yeah, I didn't think that was gonna happen either. And then they just had him and Julia standing at the top of the ramp with the titles up as the champions for the new era. And I was like, that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that a
So
lot.
yeah. So then they went backstage, they showed them, they hugged with Shawn Michaels and everybody, and hey, haha, yeah, hugs and kisses. We're champions now.
Yippee!
And then The Rock came out. And The Rock was happy and he said, I'm glad to fucking be here. He cursed a lot. They bleeped a lot out, but they have the uncensored version on YouTube, and he just cursed a lot.
He likes to
And
curse.
and then The Rock said something that I was like baffled at because I'm like, what? So he goes, yeah, everybody's mad at me for being nice to Cody. Because last year it was like, you're being too mean to Cody. Now this year you're being too nice to Cody. And it's like, okay, you address what we said from last night, but that still doesn't mean anything about the match. It means nothing about the story. Why the fuck did you even address it? Like, what is happening? It was so like it's so random, and the more and more shit that he does that has nothing to do with WrestleMania and is just corporate rock, I feel like he's not WrestleMania. Like the more and more shit he does, it's like, yeah, he's not WrestleMania.
He better not be in SmackDown and continue this weirdness.
If he does, like, I'm 100% like, as soon as he comes to SmackDown, I'm like, he's not wrestling the Mania. He's not wrestling the Mania. It's over. Like we could just cancel that the next year. He's not showing up in Mania. He might show up in the Raw after, but he's not wrestling the Mania. It's over.
Like I totally
Like,
agree with you, but it'd be funny we say this because again I'm agreeing with you, and then he winds up having a match anyway.
okay, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna be into the match because what the fuck can you do? You
Exactly.
killed off all of the feuds that we wanted to see. Every feud that we wanted to see, you killed off. The Cody thing, you're nice to Cody. It's over. The Roman thing, hey, I'm nice to Roman. It's over. There's, there's nothing I want to see The Rock do between them two. And it's like, what are you gonna do? Like, what are you
Basically,
gonna do? Like, it's just so irritating. It's like everybody was anticipating one of those two matches. How's it gonna happen? We're anticipating it. We're anticipating it. And The Rock goes, no, I'm going to kill both of them. And I'm not going to fix it. And it did. And it's like, the fuck?
sorry, not sorry.
I'm just like so like I'm just like I'm over it. Like probably like a month from now, we'll probably revisit this, and The Rock will just be somehow figured into something and be like, you know what? All right. But like as of right now, nothing at all. Not a goddamn thing. It's just it's irritating. And it's like it is so bad because like the show was so good and then he ends it and it's just like more confusing and it's like I was having a great time until you came out and confused everybody. Like he started off Raw with confusion and then ended NXT with confusion. And it's like, yeah, you know what? I don't know what to do. Like that's how I feel. Like, yeah, I don't know what to do. Like, hey man, fuck it.
Like I said, he
So
better be on SmackDown.
I like I said, I hope he's on SmackDown so we can know at least he's not wrestling in fucking Mania. That's it. So yeah. So that was NXT. So now on to the Dynamite.
Dynamite.
Yes. And yes, yes, yes. The Von Erichs have signed with AEW.
Okay.
Yeah. They're signed to AEW, so that's a good thing.
Technical question. With AEW or with Ring of Honor? I know it's virtually the same shit, but you know.
Um apparently they said all elite thing, so I'm going with they're signed to AEW proper.
Okay. Because last I checked, they're 2/3 of the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions with Dustin Rhodes. Not tag
Yes.
team, trios, whatever.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So I guess that they're there. I
Yeah.
guess. So this thing, this match starts off, yeah. This show starts off, yeah. This was great. So they said earlier in the day this match was happening. I was like, you know what? This match is probably going to be a banger. This match was a banger. It was Buddy Matthews or Buddy Murphy versus Will Ospreay.
Like this man needs a singles run. Buddy, that is.
Yes, but this shit was awesome. This shit was awesome, and Buddy lost the Will, and Will cut a promo after that on Buddy, and he said, "Hey, I face you, I face Brody. Both of you guys don't need anybody to run you. You guys can be tag champs, or you guys could be, or you can have a singles run. But yeah, you don't need anybody in your corner. If you need somebody, I got your back." And he also called him Buddy Matthews, by the way. Just throwing it out there.
Isn't he Matthews in AEW?
No, he's Buddy Murphy. He's Buddy Murphy. Matthews is his WWE name. That's what made it
Okay.
fun. So apparently, it looks like Malachi Black is going back to WWE. That's what it looks like.
Okay.
I don't know how true it is because everybody that has asked around backstage has said that he's going away. He's leaving. He's leaving. And I would laugh so hard. And this would only be because Aleister Black sometimes can be a dick on purpose. I would laugh so hard if he just comes out and says, I signed a new 2-year deal with AEW just to piss off the internet for leaking everything that's going on. I would laugh because that's the type of shit he would do just to piss people off.
Plus, they did that last time anyway. Like they thought he was leaving and then he didn't.
Yeah, that's why I would be so like not shocked. Like, yep, he just did that to piss everybody off. So then they had this thing, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? So they had Private Party come out with some girls who like, yeah, guys, we're celebrating. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, the Hurt Syndicate come out, and MVP's like, we're not all business. Sometimes we like to party too. And then Bobby said, yeah, we want to be tag team champions. And I just was like, what?
Why?
I don't fucking know, dude. I don't fucking know. But apparently they want to be tag team champions. It's random as shit, but I don't fucking know.
Like throughout his career, has Bobby ever been a tag team champion? Like I'm
No,
not sure about that.
no. Bobby's been world champion everywhere he's went, and Bobby's been that guy solo. So him saying we're going for the tag titles throws me off because Bobby's not a tag guy.
Yeah.
Bobby's just the guy by himself. I'm just what the fuck? Like it was what the fuck.
Shelton's
So
always been a tag team guy, so like they need to do something solo with him too.
yeah, it was very weird. So Bobby beat up Mark Briscoe, and I mean he beat up Mark Briscoe. He beat the shit out of Mark Briscoe,
Bad.
and then he's fucking him up so bad that after the match, Private Party comes out with chairs to run off Bobby and the rest of the Hurt Syndicate. I was like,
Yep.
all right, we're going with this tag match, I guess. So then we had the Casino Battle Royal, and the winner gets a title shot at Moxley next week. And it starts off with Jay White and Hangman, and they're going at it. Then Wheeler comes out. They beat the shit out of Wheeler, and Hangman and Jay White are just trying to kill each other. Then Swerve's music hits, but it's actually Ricochet. I
I
was like,
found that kind of funny.
I did too, and like they're playing up how Ricochet is like the guy, and Ricochet is doing this. He wrestled Zack Sabre Jr. He's such a badass. So later on in the match, Lance Archer comes out, and Will Hobbs is in the ring. Will Hobbs and Lance Archer start throwing fucking Ricochet back and forth, making him look further and further like a fucking dork. Like, I swear to God, like, he had this moment where everybody was like, yo, he's so cool. They start throwing him back and forth and making him look like a little fucking baby dork. It's like, dude, like, he's supposed to be a fucking heel. He's supposed to be like this great fucking heel all of a sudden, and now they're just making him look like a fucking joke again, like 5 seconds into this. And it's like, dog, like, come on, man.
I mean, to be fair, next to the other two, like he is a little baby dork.
But like, you're supposed to be like, they're putting faith in you. They're trying to make you something, and you're just getting thrown around like this. And it's like the fuck.
That
Like
ain't
I
a
just
lot of
felt
faith.
like that made me feel like so weird because it's like, all right, we just flipped Ricochet. He did this whole crazy thing. He stabbed Swerve. He's this badass dude. We're gonna throw him back and forth, and it's like no disrespect to anybody else, but you could have did that to fucking Roderick Strong. You could have threw Roderick Strong back and forth and kept Ricochet looking like a badass. It's like, nope, we're not gonna do that.
Yeah.
So Jeff Jarrett goes to come out because Jeff Jarrett's gonna be in the match. It's like, oh, Jeff Jarrett's here. Wheeler Yuta's like, nope, fuck that. Wheeler Yuta grabs Jeff Jarrett, starts beating the shit out of him, and runs him to the back. So Will Hobbs wins. Will Hobbs is going to wrestle Moxley next week. So Renee comes in, gives him the interview, and is like, Will, what do you have to say? And Will goes, I'm going to shoot for a minute. John Moxley is the reason I'm in AEW. He was the one who got me signed. I was like, oh, okay. But next week, I'm going to make John Moxley my bitch. And Renee was like, oh, okay.
It was at that moment he forgot that that was his wife.
Yes. So then Jeff Jarrett comes back out, and Ian Riccaboni is interviewing him. And Jeff's like, man, I really wanted to win that battle royal because I still want to be champion. And then MJF comes out. And I just was like, oh. MJF has a backstory again for Jeff Jarrett. My parents used to watch you. It's like, dog, why does everybody have to have a story with you? Why can't you just come up with like something all of a sudden? Everybody has to have a story.
He's gonna meet you one day and have a backstory with you. Watch.
He is. He is. I thought you was a jerk and I couldn't hear what you were saying when I first heard of you. Now I really wish I didn't hear anything you were saying.
It'd be funny he does say that too.
Dude, like I just like so him and Jeff Jarrett, he's telling Jeff Jarrett, he was like, yeah, you're a legend. You know what? I'm gonna help you win the title, and you give me the first title match after you win the title. And Jeff Jarrett was like, "It's something you need to learn, young fella. Is you learn more from your losses than you learn from your wins." And he's like, "I don't need you. I'm gonna do this by myself." And Jeff Jarrett walks off. And so part of me is like, I really want Jeff Jarrett to win the title just because. But the other part of me is like, I want Jeff Jarrett to go for the title and fail.
Uh, I don't know which one I want, to be honest with you.
And MJF also said that Jeff Jarrett signed a 1 year AEW contract because he knows he can't keep going like this. So then we had Adam Copeland, and he starts talking shit about the Death Riders. And the Death Riders come out, but they get beat up by FTR, who was waiting for them. So they get beat up. Moxley gets in the ring, and then Marina Shafir comes in to like stop like Copeland from doing something. But then Pac shows up, and Pac shows up, knocks out Copeland, and they beat up Copeland and FTR. Yeah,
Yeah, they whatever.
and
They need a girl on their side.
everybody needs a girl. And then Powerhouse Hobbs comes down and runs off the whole Death Riders because he's a big dude and everybody's scared of him. It's like,
Split second, I got scared because throughout his whole career, Hobbs that is, he has not been by himself. This is probably the first time he's been by himself.
mm-hmm.
I thought he would join the Death Riders for a second.
Dude, it would have made more sense because here's why it would have made more sense. Copeland is going for the world title. Do you really think fucking Will Hobbs is going to beat Moxley next week?
No, but weirder things have happened.
This isn't one of those weird things. We
Yeah,
all know how
definitely
this is
not.
going to play out, and we're all just sitting there like, yeah, let's see this match because we know how this is going to end. And Copeland is probably going to spare Moxley at the end.
Yeah, no, it's one of those obvious things, but you know, he was
Yeah, I
hoping.
don't listen. I don't believe that anything is going to happen.
I don't either.
So we get a promo from Mariah May. Mariah May is talking, and she's talking about next week there's going to be a women's casino gauntlet, and the winner is going to face me in Australia. And that's going to be a thing. And all of a sudden, Harley Cameron just rolls up, Harley Cameron! And Mariah's like, you're not in this. What are you doing? And Harley Cameron said, I want a match. Mariah May's like, I'm not giving you a world title match. Okay, then I'll just have a regular match. And she's like, okay, on Collision, me and you, hot girl breps. And she's like, oh, okay, Harley Cameron out. And Mariah May is so befuddled because she doesn't know what the fuck is going on. She's like, what is happening right now?
He fucked her up.
It was so fucking funny because Mariah May was just like so bad. The funniest part about this is like they're best friends in real life, but it was just so funny because like she was so broken. Like, what the fuck is happening?
Act like I was confused. 'Cause I actually thought Steve was gonna be in that battle royal. So
That would have made more sense, but it didn't. So then they had the match, the three-way, for the winner becomes number one in the battle royal, and it was Chris Statlander versus Willow versus Tony Storm. And we're all thinking the same thing. We're like, oh, Tony's gonna win, right? Tony's
Yeah,
gonna win.
that's exactly what I thought.
But Chris Statlander won. And when Chris Statlander won and Tony didn't, I was like, oh, that's kind of confusing. But what brought it back for me was the promo later in the show by Tony Storm. And I was like, oh, okay, this makes more sense than the first thing. It's like this makes more sense because Renee interviews Tony, and Tony's like, yeah, this was my shot. Like, this was like the only way that I could get a shot at the championship because that's all I really wanted was to win this championship. And, you know, I don't know if I can do it, but since I'm not number one, I'll still be in there. And I'm hoping that I can get the win. Like, I don't know. Like, this was my last shot, but I've always wanted to win a championship. And it's like, as soon as she said all of that, I was like, yes, she's winning because this is Australia's show that you get a title shot. And next week she's going to win it and she's going to get the title shot. She's going to be so happy and she's going to be so lost, like, yay, I did it. I finally got a title shot. And it's going to keep going right up until the fucking pay-per-view. And then she's going to turn back into time with Tony Storm.
Yeah.
So I'm all for it.
Same.
So then we got the main event segment. Now, I have no problems with this music because Kenny Omega got this music officially from the Final Fantasy 14 composer. Like, he paid shit ton of this money for this music. I thought, hey, this music is just for the Tokyo Dome, just for Wrestle Dynasty. This music is really cool. It sounds badass, but it only sounds badass as an entrance music. It doesn't get you hype. It just sounds like this epic ass theme where it's like, oh, this is kind of cool.
Yeah.
But it doesn't get you hype like when the music hits, it's like, yeah. It just gives you this feeling of, yeah, you know what? This is cool ass music. It just doesn't fit. Like, it just doesn't fit. Like, for some reason, this doesn't fit Kenny as a regular everyday walkout music. But I know you paid a shit ton for this fucking music. You have to use it, but like, I don't know about this being like the theme. I don't know.
Like he
What
should
say
have
you?
his old one, because
Mm-hmm.
that one, at least towards the middle, gets hype, right? And then
Mm-hmm.
this one used for like big time special event type of matches, the big bouts, if you will, that type of thing.
Yeah, because this like it just was like it's a big epic music, but it's not a everyday every TV show walkout music. It's just not that for me.
If you put into perfect words, because like I like my whole thing was like I liked it, but not as much as his old one, but I couldn't put my finger on it. And you put it in such perfect words or whatever. Like it's not hype. It's
Mm-hmm.
great music, but it's not hype. So like
Because
that's
like
perfect.
yeah, because like 90% of wrestlers like in NXT or in the Indies or somewhere, I always judge them by their music, and I listen to their music thoroughly, and it's like, okay, does this have title reign on it? Does this have a closing of the show? Does this have a vibe? That's what your theme song should have. When you hear the theme song, you should be like, I can picture someone ending the show with this, holding up a title. Like
Yeah,
I
it
could,
taught me that.
yeah. And this doesn't have that. It's like this has the entrance of, wow, this is amazing. This is great. It just doesn't have that vibe of ending the show.
Yeah.
And like the bad part is like it's Kenny Omega. He's like he definitely is the show ender. But
Hmm.
this music doesn't fit show ender. This music is just great for him to come out to. It's not show ending music.
Yeah.
Like, hopefully he gets it together and be like, hey, can you guys like make this a little bit hyper? Because it would feel great. Because like the crowd would be for it. Because like even the crowd was like they pop because it's Kenny, but nobody was like jamming to it. It was like, yeah, it's like, yeah, it's Kenny, but like, yeah, it's like the cutscene on Final Fantasy. Yeah, sure.
And even then, I don't think too many actual big fans of Final Fantasy were like hyped about it. Like maybe 5 minutes or so, but then after that, it's like, okay,
Yeah, it's just like it just it doesn't work. Like, and I hope, like I said, I hope he really reconsiders because it doesn't work.
yeah, maybe mixing both musics.
Yeah, like that will work. So he comes out and he cuts a promo, and once again, I feel like I'm crazy because he starts talking, acting like I'm trying to figure out. I don't know if I can still go, and it's like I just watched you on Sunday have like one of the best matches of the year. What are you talking about? Like, yeah, I don't know if I could go. I don't know if I could be the best bout machine. I just saw the best bout machine. Like, what are you talking about? It pissed me off because like once again, it's like what is happening?
Like if that's true, where the hell all the stitches on his face came from? Because he was scarred up.
Yeah, it's like what are you talking about? Like I understand like I guess AEW is not canon to like anything that happens in Japan because like apparently it's not. It's like not they did a video package, but they never explained anything other than that. They just did a video package. Like nothing is canon in Japan. Like this shit pisses me off. And like I'm gonna go on a little tangent right now because like something else that pisses me off is like the shit that they did with fucking Chris Charlton. That shit is ridiculous. That shit is fucking ridiculous. He shouldn't have got suspended. And he said nothing wrong. Like, first off, he's playing a character that literally was going off of what Gabe Kidd did in the fucking match. Gabe
Yeah,
Kidd, before the match, said everything that Chris Charlton said, and Chris Charlton just said it on the microphone because he's hyping up the match, and they suspended him because of Tony Khan. The Super J Cast got triple sourced, and they said that Tony Khan was the one who said, I think he should be punished. And New Japan said, you know what? We're going to suspend him for 2 months. He can't do commentating. And it doesn't make any fucking sense. It doesn't make any fucking sense. And I'm going to say the thing that people have been waiting for me to say for years. It's too many people in positions of notoriety and wrestling journalists that are too much of AEW fans. And I know some people are like, oh, that's being biased. They just like what they like. There's a certain like what you like, and then there's a perpetuating of this thing that you like. And because of the way that you perpetuate this thing, you don't come off with, oh, this is just what I like. When you come off and you just all of a sudden, I'm going to be super protective and super like careful of this one thing because it's the thing that I enjoy. And it's like you can't do that and be an unbiased journalist or person. Every time I listen to certain podcasters or certain wrestling journalists, quote unquote, they always have this thing where they're pushing this certain narrative of AEW and acting like it is the most superior thing in the world. To
yeah.
me, it just feels very wrong. It feels very wrong. And nobody's calling it out because every time somebody calls it out, they say, oh, you're a WWE dick licker, or you're just like a Vince bootlicker. To be honest, my favorite wrestling of all time and the one that I follow and love the most is New Japan. Like, I don't give a fuck about this, but the way that people talk about AEW, it fucking bothers me. It feels like people are in a cult. And I swear to God, once people start waking up and seeing that a lot of these journalists have an ulterior motive, then we would be able to have these conversations. Because right now, the shit that I'm saying right now, people will listen to this and be like, "Oh, you're just an AEW hater." I've not said anything bad about AEW this whole entire time. The shit that I'm saying bad is about the way people cover AEW and they talk about it. And
Yep.
it fucking boggles my mind the way people are acting like this thing is some great holy thing that you can't talk about or criticize. And then when they're talking about it, they act like it's another deity that will never be disvalued. Like I hate this. Like I hate the fact that these people and they just get away with it because they're in kind of positions of notoriety because they break scoops. They're like the top people, and it's like they get to say what they want, and people just go, you know what? They're right. They're not right. They have an ulterior motive, and the shit just bothers me. Like the shit with fucking Dave Meltzer, like he literally talks about fucking AEW, and when you start to criticize him, he goes and goes, "Hey, WWE did this, but if WWE did this, like no one would say anything. Like look what they just did." And the shit was so blaring obvious today on one of the fucking episodes that Brian Alvarez was like, "We're not talking about WWE. We're talking about AEW. That has nothing to do with this." I don't even know why he said that. And Dave was like, "Yeah, but well, you know." And it's just like it's just so obvious the way that these people spin this shit. And I'll be glad when people actually wake the fuck up. Because once I start saying shit, people wake the fuck up and go, "Oh, you know what? Like that's not like that is kind of a little odd. Like some of this shit is odd." If you follow a lot of these wrestling journalists, you will see a lot of odd actions where they're saying shit, and you're like, "That's a little odd." That's a little too much of cheerleading, pom pom, rah rah. Like it's a little too much of that.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna get off my rant of that and go back to the Kenny Omega thing. So Kenny was talking about how he doesn't know if he's gonna do this, how he don't know what's gonna go on, and then Don Callis comes out, and Kenny, being a smart guy, was like, I know he's gonna come out here and fuck with me. He got down and was like, "Fuck this," and went over and beat the shit out of Don. But then Archer and Cage came out, and then eventually Kyle Fletcher came out, and they hit Kenny in his stomach, and they're about to power bomb him. Then Will Ospreay comes out, and Will saves Kenny. They have a little stare down, and the crowd start chanting, "This is awesome!" And the only thing that I have to say about that is I don't want them to face each other. I want them to team up
Yeah.
because we haven't had that yet. We haven't had the Will Ospreay Kenny team up. We had Will versus Kenny. We've never had Will and Kenny.
Which when we do hit this can be awesome. So make it
Yeah.
happen.
But the only downside, there's one big downside, huge downside.
Hmm?
You want to know what the downside is?
What's the downside?
They're going against the fucking Don Callis family. I can't fucking stand that shit, man. I can't stand the Don Callis family. Like, Will just broke away from the Don Callis family. Kenny left and got away from the Don Callis family. Kenny comes back. They're both in the Don Callis vortex. God damn it. We just got away from this and we're going back to it. I fucking hate this.
It's an old rule that still stands to this day, right?
Uh huh.
Once you're NWO, you're NWO for life. You're
I, I,
forever gonna be in this group somehow, some way.
I fucking believe it. And next week is going to be Kenny versus Brian Cage. I just I really want them to just get away from Don Callis and them. Like Kenny and Will could be doing so much better, but they're stuck. Oh God.
Find some wood to knock on, cause be glad at least we don't have Sammy Guevara and Chris Jericho in this shit too. Cause remember they were also part of it.
Oh God. Like it's just like so like it's just like a certain group of people that like all the wrestlers should never interact with ever again. And Jericho and Don Callis, they're two of the people that like I don't want you to ever interact with those people. Like
Well,
everybody else is like fresh, fun, and cool. The Don Callis and the Jericho Society? Nope. Nope. None of that. I want none of that. No wrestlers, like no wrestlers I like that ever get involved with them. And that's like 90% of the roster. Nope. No more. No fucking more.
Vortex, like you said.
That's what it is. It is a fucking vortex. But I really want Will and Kenny to be a tag team. Because I feel like it's gonna be one of those tag teams where they're like, I don't trust you. You don't trust me, I don't trust you. And then they're gonna like trust each other and be cool and do the tag team thing. And it's gonna be fucking awesome. Because it's probably gonna be like against Kyle Fletcher and Takeshita, which like you do that tag match, like it's like that's a banger right there. Like just naming that's a banger. Will
Yeah.
Ospreay and Kenny versus Kyle Fletcher and Takeshita. Yep, that's it.
I wouldn't
Like
mind Will Ospreay and Kenny as tag team champions, to be honest with you. I know they're both above that, but I wouldn't mind it.
like it's like whatever they do is going to be great because it's the two of them together, and it's like
Yeah.
it's going to be great. So that was this week. Do you have anything to say before we get out of
A name for them. Omega Assassins.
here? Oh, okay. Okay, that's that's that is a okay. All right. I mean, yeah. Last thing I gotta say is prayers up to California. Everybody be safe
Yeah.
up there.